The next exercise we're going to focus on is strengthening the glutes, which is another muscle that can become weak with the lower cross syndrome. So the exercise we're going to do is called the bridge. So with this exercise, again, you're lying on the ground, feet firmly on the ground, knees are bent. Hands are going to come beside you, loosely on the ground, just for support and stability, not using them to press up. So what you're going to do is engaging your core, but tightening your glutes, is you're going to bring your glutes up off the ground so that you make a bridge with your body. It's going to come up, and it's going to look like that. And then you bring yourself back down. So over the course of the exercise, you're going to come up, you're going to squeeze for 2, and then come back down. So it's up and down. Up, squeezing for 2, and back down. And as you squeeze, you should feel the glutes tighten up as you come into that position, and then bringing it back down. So in moving your client through this exercise, you're going to get them into the same position. So they're lying on their back, they're comfortable on a mat on the ground, feet are firmly on the ground, knees are bent, hands are placed beside them just for stability, again, not using them to press up. What you're doing to press up is you're engaging your core and you're tightening up your glutes to bring them up, to focusing on strengthening the glutes on this. So you're going to bring it up, yep, and you squeeze, hold for 2, and then back down. And up, squeeze, and back down. All the while, you want to make sure that you're breathing, or your client is breathing as they go through the exercise. Nice steady pace. Get that squeeze is what's going to really engage the glutes and tighten the glutes up. And you run through a full set, 10 reps. So we got 3 more. And 1 more. How does that feel? So again, looking at engaging the glutes, tightening up the glutes to strengthen them up. Looking at doing 3 sets, 10 repetitions. You're going to take a 30-second break in between each set, and you're going to do this exercise once a day. So another variation of the bridge, which is going to make it more intensive. So again, depending on the nature of your client and what they can do, this can be a bit more advanced, is again we bring in the exercise ball. So now, lying on the back, hips are bent up. Now the feet come firmly planted on the ball. And that's what we're going to be using as part of our stability. So it works on the stability as well as the core, and as well as engaging the glutes. So the movement of the exercise is the same. We're driving the hips up. We're tightening the glutes at the top. We're looking at stability and engaging the core, which is always going to be key, but also focusing on those glutes as we come up and strengthen and tighten the glutes on the way up. We want to make sure that we're breathing as we come through, and everything else remains the same with regards to the exercise. Next thing we're going to look at is a stretch for the iliopsoas. Iliopsoas is a hip flexor, and those muscles with lower cross syndrome can become short and tight. So one of the remex that we're looking at is elongating the iliopsoas. So for this exercise, the side that you're going to be stretching is the side that's going to be down. So right now we're looking at stretching our left iliopsoas. So our left knee is down. We take a step forward with our right foot, enough so that as we lean forward, we're going to get enough of a stretch, but not too much, but enough so that the knee is also not going to come past our toes as we go into our stretch. So as we take our step forward, we lean forward into the stretch. We should feel the stretch coming right up through our iliopsoas and through here. Once we get to that stretch, you want to hold that, and then we'll also want to do is we want to tuck our pelvis underneath just to further intensify the stretch. So we do a little tuck of that pelvis underneath, which is going to further intensify and locate that stretch on the iliopsoas. We want to breathe as we go through it, and we want to hold that stretch for 30 seconds. And this is a stretch you hold for 30 seconds, you take a 30-second break, and then do it again for another 30 seconds. And this is a stretch you can do twice a day, every day of the week. So in demoing, getting your client to go through the exercise, you want to get them into position. So the left knee is down as we're stretching the left iliopsoas. Right knee is up, foot is on the ground. Good step forward, which is going to be able enough to engage the stretch, and also enough so that as she comes forward, the knee is not going to come past the toe. So as she's doing that, she's getting the stretch. She's starting to feel the stretch. Good. So then what we'll do to further intensify and locate is we want to tuck that pelvis underneath, making sure that we're breathing and engaging and feeling a good stretch. And the stretch is going to come right up through here, through the iliopsoas. And your client is going to hold that for 30 seconds. And in holding that, they're breathing. After the exercise, they take a break for 30 seconds. They're going to do it again. And they're going to do that exercise twice a day, every day of the week.